Hey everyone, Romel here, and in this video, I just wanted to share how my setup has changed in 2024. If you're new to this channel, I am a fully remote software engineer. I do a lot of sim racing, gaming, video editing, photo editing, so a lot of my time is spent in this space, and I just wanted to share how that's changed since 2023. I didn't make any huge upgrades this year. I'm still using the same gaming PC, same Mac Studio, MacBooks, and in general, the tech has been the same between 2023 and 2024, but the biggest change I've made this year has been the layout. So now instead of having one setup, I have two setups. Behind me is my work setup, and in front of me is my gaming setup. For my work setup, this is where I'll do all of my work or anything that's non-gaming related. So programming, video editing, photo editing, I'll do all on this setup. And for my gaming setup, that's where I'll do all of my gaming. I'm trying to do a lot more Valorant, CS2, World of Warcraft. And if it's a single player game, I'll still just use my Steam Deck. And then to the left of that desk is my sim racing rig. If you've seen any of my previous setup tour videos, you'll know that I've used the same desk setup for both gaming and work. But now that I have enough space to have two setups, I decided to just go for it. So now I have two setups, and one that's just dedicated for work and one dedicated for gaming. It is still kind of in an intermediary state right now, I'd say. I moved all of the desks to where I wanted, but the walls has still been the same. So I didn't change anything that's on the walls. And that's something that I want to focus on in the first little bit of 2025 is updating the walls, repainting it, changing the overall look of this space. If you guys want a more in-depth video of all of the tech on my desk, you can probably watch the 2023 video since the tech is generally going to be the same. I'm just going to list out what's on my work and what's on my gaming, but I may miss stuff here and there since it's just going to be a very quick overview. But yeah, check out that 2023 video if you want a more in-depth review. But yeah, let's get to the work setup. So the work setup is still on the progressive desk. I've been using this desk for several years now and I haven't had any issues. Again, I wish I got the casters since I've moved it again this year. It's a lot more difficult to move it without the wheels. And hopefully this is the last time I'll move it. Still very sturdy, haven't had any issues with this desk whatsoever. And my main computers that I use on this work setup is my work MacBook and my Mac Studio, which is my personal Mac. They're both plugged into the AW3821DW and the Asus ProArt PA278QV. Both of these monitors are still mounted using the Ergotron monitor arms. The ultrawide is on the Ergotron HX and the ProArt is on the Ergotron LX. Both of these monitors are also color calibrated by the Spider X Pro. For my speakers, I'm still using the Kanto YU2s, and for my headphones, I am still using the SMSL C200 for my DAC amp, and the headphones that I'm currently using are the Sennheiser HD 660s S2, which I got on Black Friday this year. My Steam Deck also sits on this desk. For my keyboard, I did build the Space 80 and it's using the Melon Milk tactile switches. I'm using GMK Deku with them as well as the Deku Deskmat. For my mouse, I did get a new MX Master 3S as the old one I was using was getting super beat up and it really felt like it was time for a new one. I do still have this scanner on my desk as well. I'm starting to take a lot more photos these days and I'm probably going to be putting a lot more rolls through my Leica, so I'm going to use the scanner a lot more. I also did get a new photo printer since I wanted to print more photos out. I also changed how the grommet hole was covered. The DAC just sits on this half of it. I printed out a little square to cover the hole to make sure the DAC doesn't fall through, but didn't really need that MagSafe tray I made last time. So now I'm just using this MagSafe stand that I printed out. I am still using the same webcam and same light bar. And that's it for my work setup. Let's take a look at my gaming setup. My desk setup for my gaming setup for now is going to be very similar to what I was using when I was in the den. It's the Linmon desktop with the Addles legs and the Alex drawer. This has been really good for me, but I want to change this up in the next little while. So I think in the beginning of 2025, I am gonna look for a new desk. So stay tuned for that. My gaming PC is still the same gaming PC. It's the AMD 3900X, and it is now a 3070 Ti. I built this almost 6 years ago now, and it's still going strong, especially with the 3070 Ti upgrade. I don't know if I'll build a new one this year, but if I really want to separate my gaming and sim racing, maybe I'll build a new PC. The monitor I'm using is the Gigabyte AD27QD. Again, this monitor has been really solid for me over the last several years. I've been using it all for gaming and it's been great. For the keyboard, I'm using the Tofu 60 with Gateron Black Ink V2s, and my mouse is still the Logitech G Pro Wireless. I did move my mic setup here, so the Evo 4 and the Rode Procaster are with my gaming setup, and I did move the Stream Deck as well. For the headphones of the setup, I'm still using the Bear Dynamic DT990 Pros. So that's generally where I'll do all of my mouse and keyboard gaming. Really like having a separate setup because now if I want to game, I just go on that side and just play instead of having to sit here and then I get distracted. I end up not gaming. And then to the left of that desk, I do have my sim racing rig. It's still the same rig as last year, just in a new position. I have the same triple monitor setup, same direct drive, same pedals, same everything basically. This year, I felt like I didn't get as much sim racing done as I wanted. I did more hot laps than races and trying to practice drifting a lot more instead of Corsa, but I think this year, next year, I want to focus a lot more on sim racing and really climb the iRacing ladder. And then beside my sim racing rig, I have a 65-inch TV and my PlayStation 5 is plugged into that. And yeah, that's it for the new setup. And like I mentioned earlier, the walls aren't really where I want them to be. So that's going to be my main focus for 2025 is fixing these walls and changing how everything looks and feels. So stay tuned for that. And as always, going into the new year, I really want to make more tech videos. I really enjoy making these, but my energy and my time has been taken up by other things. But I think in 2025, I really want to prioritize making more videos, whether it's short form content, long form content. I generally just want to make more content. So hopefully stay tuned for that. But yeah, if you have any questions about my setup, let me know in the comment section down below and I'll do my best to answer them. That's gonna be it for me. Wish you guys the best and I'll catch you in the new year.